this is Peggy Clary of Clary Law Offices doing our daily chat on an estate planning topic. And tonight's topic is to talk about the role of a trustee and really balancing out the type of trustee you pick and meeting the needs of the trust beneficiary, while preserving the sanity of your trustee. And what I mean by that is when you create a trust, it's like an insulated vehicle. I often describe it to my clients as it's a special purse, and we put assets inside this vehicle, this container, this legal entity called a trust, and a person administers those assets for the benefit of a beneficiary who you just name under your trust agreement. And you, as the creator of this trust, can name many ways in which it can be managed to help the beneficiary. You can set standards of care. Maybe you can establish terms of when money can go out for their benefit. But at the end of the day, there's two parts of a trust, and one is the ability to create it with those special terms, and the other is the administration of it. And when the person is charged with administering it, the trustee, that can go very smoothly with no bumps in the road, or it can go a little rocky. And one of the biggest areas that I see challenges with trust administration is when a trustee is someone who has a lot of difficulty communicating with or managing the trust beneficiary. And the trust beneficiary might be someone who is ill-prepared to manage a large sum of money. They might be dealing with a substance abuse problem, or they just might not like their trustee. And you might have some bickering back and forth on how they believe the trust should be run from both sides. So when you're considering creating a trust, I always like to start with looking at who is the person to benefit from this trust. And so if it's your young children who maybe have not reached the age of majority, and you're afraid that if you die an untimely death, you know you're going to need a money manager to help them buy sneakers, pay for school, tuition, then we think about the needs of that trust beneficiary different than your adult daughter who maybe has been dealing with substance abuse for 20 years with an opiate addiction, and that trust beneficiary will have greater demands of how to manage the request of the beneficiary versus maybe the 10-year-old child who you're going to deal with buying daily care and school tuition and clothes needs versus some of the more complexity that can come with a beneficiary with a substance abuse problem. A good compromise on this is to think about using a corporate fiduciary, and a corporate fiduciary is an entity, usually a bank or maybe even a trust company recognized under Florida law, so they're licensed and they're qualified to serve, and then they sometimes can be of a great assistance because they work in tandem with a family member who you name as a trustee, or in the alternative, maybe you don't even want to have a family member serve, and you can use the corporate person to sort of serve as a neutral party who can adopt and use the various standards of the trust code to help prolong and enhance the trust monies which you want to leave for this beneficiary. So as you're moving forward in your life and planning for who could be the trustee of my trust that I want to set up to benefit someone, a lot of us get stuck on finding the right person. And we look at the qualities of the trustee. But a key way to start this discussion is to think about it from the bottom up. Who is going to be the beneficiary of this trust and what are their needs? And then try to find the right match so the trust can run smoothly and efficiently and without a lot of hiccups. So I hope this video was helpful to you. It's a common problem. There's many reasons to create a trust, and there's many different ways to find your trustee. We hope you live your life with dignity, civility, and respect. And if we can be of assistance at Clary Law Offices, we look forward to helping you. And thanks you again for your time this evening.